Hey there. Oh, looks like I'm live. Welcome to the Profitable Farm. I'm Charlotte Smith and everything's working over here too. Yay. um, I've just been working with this new software this month, Crowdcast, and it's taken a while to figure out where my video is going, etc. But thanks for being patient with me. Today, I'm going to talk about something called calls to action. And what I mean by this is I get a lot of emails from people, from farmers, because I'm on their email list, and they'll send out a really nice newsletter telling about all the products they have for sale in there. Or maybe it's just a newsletter or an email talking about a blog post they have that they created on, how to make homemade ice cream or something like that. And I'll read this lovely email, and then that's it. They tell me all about it, and the email's done, and it's very nice and friendly, but nowhere in the email does it tell me to do something, to take action. And so you're losing lots of money when you don't tell your customers something like click here to buy. So a call to action is telling them to take action. And a lot of farmers I know, they will tell me they feel awkward or bossy or something like that. But I'm here to tell you, after years and years and decades of experience selling direct to consumer, I mean, like 30 years, if you don't tell people what to do, they won't take action. And when you do tell them what to do, they appreciate it. Okay. So they actually appreciate it. When you say, click here to buy, click here to reserve, click here to place an order, they appreciate that. That is very clear. You're not being bossy. You're just being the expert in your field and authoritative, and you're being helpful. You're showing them how to get this wonderful thing that you just talked to them about, or some other call to action. I'm going to get into that. So let me go over my notes, just make sure I'm being helpful here. So the call to action in your email or your blog post or your Facebook post or Instagram post is the part of your message that tells your audience what to do. All right. So if it's a sales email, and remember, only a small percentage of your emails should be selling, right? If it's a sales email, it's going to say something like buy now. And I know you've seen these buttons, right? Buy now, sign up here, reserve your spot, download my free recipe. All right, those are examples of calls to action. Now, if you're sending out a non-sales email, blog post, Instagram post, Facebook post, a call to action doesn't have to always be purchase here, click here to reserve, click here to order. It can be forward this email to your friends who also want the perfect roast chicken recipe. Share this email with your friends and family who also knew. So forward, share on Facebook. It also might be leave me a comment on the blog telling me your favorite way to use up leftover chicken, something like that. Those are call to actions, and you need to end your email, your newsletter, your blog post, any post you have, you need to have a call to action in there. You always want that. So at the beginning of your post, whatever it is, like I said, email, blog post, social media post, determine what is the purpose of that post. And when you know what the purpose is, okay, let me just refresh here. When you know what the purpose is, then your call to action is going to reflect that. So you don't want to have a purposeless post or a purposeless email. It has to tell them to do something every single time, or you're leaving money on the table. All right. And this is just, from my years of experience, but also now that I teach and work with thousands of farmers, same thing. So have a clear call to action. Let me see what else. So make sure your call to action fits in with, do your customer research. Make sure it fits in with something that they are willing and want to do. I especially like when I do a Thanksgiving turkey recipe, for instance. My first 3 blog posts before we offer our turkeys for sale in September are talking about, they might be educational. It might be a recipe booklet. It might be how to brine, roast, and carve the perfect Thanksgiving. And my call to action in those emails and blog posts is to forward this to your friends who want the perfect roast Thanksgiving turkey on their table. So I'm warming them up to that. And then the fourth email, that call to action is click here to reserve your turkey now, or click here to pay your deposit, etc. Okay, so that's how you use them together. You use the sharing ones, share this great information and inspiration first, and then when you're ready to take an order, click here to purchase. Click here for our farm store hours. So whatever it is, just make sure you have a clear call to action that reflects your purpose in every single email or blog post you write, and not just sales. Most of them you want to be, share with your friends, leave a comment, etc. I also want to use or let you in on, there are some words that help you be more authoritative. And then there are some words you can use in your copy that makes you look like less of an authority or less trustworthy. So some important words, and this is all going to be in a blog post too. So I'm going to give you this list here. Some words to avoid when you're sending out emails or writing blog posts are words like just. And I actually say that a lot. And I got to be better about getting in the habit of not saying just. Another word is very, or absolutely, or totally. Those are kind of drama words, and they click a person, they make a person's brain think that you're totally out of, whatever. So try to avoid those big drama words, like it's absolutely the best chicken you've ever had. Well, it kind of sets off a little alarm in someone's head that, absolutely the best chicken, I don't know. So be careful about those types of words. The other phrase that you don't want to say is I think or I believe. I believe that can be, if you really believe something, like I believe in God, if you're saying that, that's important. But I believe our chicken is the best chicken in the world, or I think our chicken is the best. Well, that really diminishes what you have to sell, I think, or I believe. So just leave those words out. And then I'll try, or don't worry about it. And that's another one I say too much, is don't worry about it. Those, I'll try to do that. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it, but don't say you're going to try to do it. I'm going to try to send out a blog post once a month, means you probably won't do it. So you commit, fully commit, leave I'll try out of your emails and blog posts. Sorry is a big one. I encourage all of us to remember, don't apologize. All right. Sorry, I didn't get that to you. Just if you made a mistake, explain what happened, but don't use the word sorry. I especially get caught up in using it like, yes, sorry, our milk is so expensive, and as soon as that comes out of my mouth, it's like, why did I do that? No, that's just how it is. It's matter of fact. And as soon as you say the word sorry, the other person is bigger than you, and they feel like you're diminished and you're no longer the authority, and they question your price. So sorry, we have to price our beef so high, but that's just what it takes. So be sure not to do that. Some other words like, we use that all way too often. And that might be obvious, but really catch yourself when you're writing emails. Make sure you remove those words. And if you aren't using Grammarly.com to edit yourself, look into Grammarly.com. It will catch things like the word too many likes. It will tell you not to do that. All right. And then actually and obviously are other words that kind of diminish your authority. So actually, our raw milk is this, you don't need to use those words. So just be aware. This is kind of higher level thinking. If you're ready for a new challenge in your copywriting, it's not quite engaging with people, keep an eye out for these words. They're really important. And I'll go into this further in the future. But I think the most important thing out of today's video is make sure that you have a call to action in every single email, blog post, or social media post. And that call to action doesn't have to be buy now or click here to buy. It can be share this, forward this to your one friend who would love to learn about grass-fed beef today or something like that. Make sure you've got a clear call to action in there. All right, and if you have questions, keep them coming. We're always here for you. And I just love, it's summertime, so we've got farmers from other states visiting family in the area, and we have so many farmers coming to visit us. Next week, it's a family from Kansas that's in Portland, Oregon. They're coming out to the farm. I love it. If you're ever in the area, please do reach out to me. We'll have you out here and let's talk in person. Love any opportunity I get to do that. So take care. And I think that's it. Let me see if I can make my stuff work here and end this broadcast correctly. It looks like I am. All right. Take care and see you soon.